Hello everyone, good morning all. So today's topic is all about views in SQL Server. So let's begin with views. You can present the content of one or more base tables to users, and you can encapsulate complex logic such as joins, filters, so that users do not need to remember them. And you can use views to store and reuse queries in the database. Views appear for almost all purposes as tables. You can select from them, filter the results, and just as you do with tables. You can even insert, update, delete rows through use through with restrictions. So we will go through all of this one by one. So let me first drop the view if it is already exists. So it is not existed, I think. So let me create the view. So here we are creating the view sales dot orders total by views. As select, we are selecting year wise total quantity from order and order details table based on join between order ID column. And because we have used the aggregate sum aggregate function, we are doing the group by over here with year of order date. So let me create the view. Okay, now U is created. So let me select the data from the U. So select order year and quantity from the view. So we are here we are selecting directly from the view. So it is more readable to the user perspective. User that does not need to do any kind of joins over here or any kind of aggregate functions over here. So that is more easy with respect to user perspective. So now here are some of the important things you note. You need to create a view at the time of remembering. So just as with other create statements such as create table, you can optionally specify a database schema as the container for the view. So in this case, the view is created in the sales schema, right? Because this one is the sales schema. As a base practice, you should always reference database objects such as views by using two part name, which is schema name and view name. This is view name and this is schema name. The body of the view is just a select statement subject to all the usual rules for select statement. You can add new columns to the view by creating new columns in the select statement by using expressions. You can prevent users for seeing some columns of underlying tables by removing the columns from the select statement. Then that defines the view. So if you see over here, this orders table has so many columns are there, right? Let me write over here select star from the order tables, but we are selecting only year of order date from this table. So all this column is hide as per the user's perspective who are using the view only. So that is a use of the security perspective. Now you can rename columns by using column aliases just as in the select statement. Now let's now when we are creating the views, at that time we have several options are available, which is with encryption, with check option, and with schema binding. So let's see all these options one by one. So for that purpose, let me drop this view, drop u name. Now let me create the u again with encryption option. So here we have created the view with encryption option. Now, if I want to see the code of this view, then user cannot see the code of this particular view. Let me refresh. Now, okay, it's a new view, right? So let me try to select the code of this view. So if I trying to select the code of this view, then it will give error, right? That this property may not exist for this object or may not be retrievable due to insufficient access, right? The text is encrypted. So user cannot see the code of this view whenever see the text of this view when we create view with en encryption option, right? Now insert. Now let me move ahead with the second option, which is with schema binding. So, so this schema binding option binds the view to the table schema of the underlying tables. The view cannot have its schema definitions change unless the view is dropped. So whenever we define a view with schema binding option, at that time we cannot drop a table which is used as a select statement in a particular view. We cannot drop that particular table because it is referenced by the view with schema binding option. So let me drop this view again. Let me, okay, it is dropped. Now let me create the view with schema binding option. So I have created the view with schema binding option. Now, now let me try to drop the table which is used inside the view. So let me try. So now if you see over here, cannot drop the table sales order because it is being referenced by the object orders total by year. So because of the view is created with schema binding option, we cannot drop the tables which is used inside the view select statement, right? This is our second option. Now let me try to create drop table T1, drop table V1. Sorry, it is a view, right? So now let me create the table, create table T1 a integer. Now create a view from that particular table with check option. Here we have given the condition in the select statement where a less than 2. So this is basically filter condition and which is has been created whenever we create a view with check option keyword. So let me try to create a view. Okay, so now let me insert the data into the view. Now we are inserting the data. So this row will be inserted because here the filter condition is not applied because we have declared over here view where a less than 2 only, right? Now if we try to insert the data over here, then the attempted insert or update failed because the target view either specified with check option or spans view that specify with check option or one or more row resulting from the operation did not qualify, right? So this is the purpose of the with check option. We cannot insert or update data into the view when the filter condition is omitted, right? Now let me try to create a again one more view. So drop view v2. If it is existed, then it will be dropped. Now let me create a view. So this is a very simple view. We are selecting two columns from two different tables based on the joining condition with order ID column. So now let me, okay, we have already created, right? So now if I trying to insert the data into the view v2, then it is not possible to insert the data into the view because that view is affects the multiple base tables because we have created the view based on the two different tables. So it is not possible. So insert will be or update will be possible into the view when a view is particularly created on a single table only, right? So that will be the condition. That will be the condition while creating the view. So guys, this is basically all about the views, how we can create the views in SQL Server, and what are the different options are available when creating the view. And the main view, use of the view is basically the security purpose and the easily re- reference purpose for the user's perspective. So user does not need to uh, remember all kind of joining conditions or all different kind of joins, what kind of joins they need to perform, what kind of filter condition they need to perform. So user just, we can just create a view and give that particular view to that particular user, and user can directly use that particular view for their purpose. So that is the basic and main use of creating using SQL Server. So thank you everyone. We will come again with another concept in SQL Server as soon as possible. Thank you.